Clarinets, this is for you. This is the second video lesson I've made this year for you specifically. And if you haven't watched the first one, please watch that first, and then we're going to move on. This is page 5 of your red book. Please have your instruments set up and ready to go. If it's not ready to go, press pause and come back when you are. Make sure your reed is in a really good spot. Make sure that you have a chair to sit up tall and that we're not bent over, sitting in an uncomfortable position. I'm sitting on the edge of my chair, feet flat on the floor, my instrument's assembled, and I'm ready to go. Pause until you're ready for that. Page 5, the notes that we're going to use today are E, F, and G. On your first 5 notes page, that is, there it is, that's note number 3, the 4th note, and the 5th note. So, you can see it in this picture, and now you can see it in your book. The dark colored circles mean that the tone hole is covered. Covered, uncovered. This one right here is the bottom open tone hole on the back where your thumb goes. Not this silver one yet, this one. We'll do this later around Christmas time. Okay? Over here you can see terms and symbols. All of these are explained, the 5 lines and 4 spaces of the staff, that you're using the treble clef to understand what your lines and spaces are. Measures are indicated with these bar lines that separate where the beats start and stop. All of these symbols about the number of beats in a measure and what each note is called are right here. A whole note gets 4 beats of sound, and that's all we're going to be using today is a whole note followed by a whole rest. So the first song we're going to do is called Woodwinds Unite, and it's a 1-note song. It uses your thumb covering the back tone hole, making a good seal, and your left, my watch hand, my scrunchy hand, whatever you need to do, your left hand on top, thumb and pointer finger. Now, if you use a good playing position on your reed, you can do that paper test that we talked about where you put in the paper and that's where your thumb goes, okay? Thumb and pointer finger, it should sound like this. Let's try E. Thumb and pointer finger on the first open hole, not the silver buttons. 1, 2, try it with me. Try again. Ready? Now you'll notice I'm sitting with a 45-degree angle clarinet, no trumpet, no whatever this is, okay? 45-degree angle away from me, comfortable, sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed, okay? My hand is in this C shape like I'm holding a cup, okay? This hand is here. My right hand supports the thumb rest with just barely the tip of my thumb. These hands are sitting here resting, but not pushing any buttons down. All right, thumb and first finger E. Let's play the first song, Woodwinds Unite. 4 counts playing, 4 counts resting. If you squeak, that means your mouth might be on the wrong spot on the reed. You might be overblowing too fast. Okay, we want to try to use warm, gentle air and a minimal amount of pressure in the center of the reed to make the sound. Here we go. Woodwinds Unite. Instruments up. Don't forget to breathe before you play.
1, 2, ready, play.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, would you be an expert basketball player if you made 1 basket 1 time? The answer is no. So what I need you to do, go back and rewind and do this again with the recording, or pause, do this, or pause and do this by yourself. Play through this song several times until you can make an E comfortably without a squeak, without an uncomfortable sound. Okay? The opposite of a squeak might sound something like this too. If I was like, my lips are stuck out, okay, we don't want that. We want a little bit of pressure to keep it firm. Too much pressure, it might overblow, it might squeak. I don't need to show you what a squeak sounds like. You know that, okay? So now, to get to the second note, stepping up, let's read our finger chart. It says, just your thumb, no front tone holes covered. So, just my thumb, All the other fingers are sitting in front of where they normally would press, but nothing's pressed down. When it's in your mouth, it'll be secured enough that you can press your thumb and cover that hole. Here we go. F sounds like this. Try it with me. Ready? Using just your thumb, let's try number 2, stepping up. Here we go.
1, 2, ready, play.
Now, let's look at the music. E is the first line. We know that the lines of the treble clef go, every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F, from bottom to top. The first line is E. Now, the spaces spell face. F, A, C, and E. Faces in the space. And so, we're going between the first line note E and the first space note F. E is thumb and 1. F is just your thumb. We're going to go between those two. This note is E, we take a break. This note is F, we take a break. You're going to go back and forth twice, okay? Now, if you play this one time and then leave it alone, you're not going to be very good at it. So what I want you to do, after we do this together, either rewind and play it with me again, or do it on your own, like 5 or 10 times. Get this perfect. Here we go, number 3. Start on E with your thumb and pointer finger of your left hand.
1, 2, ready, play.
To F. Back to E. Back to F. It says, are you, I love these little tips it's got. How is your posture? Are you sitting up tall? Are you using plenty of air and checking your posture? Are you playing with a good embouchure? That's your mouth position, how you put your mouth on the reed. Bottom lip rolled in just a little, top teeth, ceiling. And you have to just keep adding these. Posture, air, embouchure, and now check your hand position. Are your hands holding it right? Look on page 2 and 3 of the Clarinet book to see, am I doing it right? Okay. G is open, no buttons pressed down, not even your thumb. Sounds like this. Let's try 4 of those. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, again, and go. Leave it in your mouth when you breathe. Last one, here we go. That is G, no buttons down. And again, look at the chart. It shows no press down. What's pressed down? Nothing. Great. Okay, the last one is called All Together Now. It says write the note names beneath the music before you play. On these first 2 pages, go ahead, write in the letter names so you remember. But after the first and second page, I really don't want you writing in the notes every time, because that will make a very cluttered, very confusing looking piece of music. We learn how to read the symbols. It's much faster than reading the letters. So, starts on G, no buttons, goes to F, just your thumb, goes to E, thumb and 1, and then back to G, no buttons. Here we go, number 5, good luck. This one's going to take some time. Sit there and practice G to F, G to F, G to F. Then go from F to E, F to E, F to E. Then go from E to G, slowly, slowly, slowly. Otherwise, it's going to go too, otherwise you're not going to learn it the right way. Get these good habits now. Instruments up for number 5, starting with no buttons, but have your hands ready.
1, 2, ready,
G.
play.
Add your thumb. First finger, E. No buttons, E. Okay, this is what I want you to work on for about 15 minutes to 45 minutes, and pick 2 to 5 days a week to work on this. Okay, if you get everything on page 4 and 5 learned, go ahead and page 6. Go ahead and look ahead. There's plenty you have to look at, and remember, you can earn a blue buck by practicing at home.